Hi friends, welcome back. So Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, is tweeting out fake news and he's doing it in higher and higher frequencies. I want to go through this because I think it's an important one and let's jump right in. So this is Elon Musk. This is a tweet. It says here August 25th. This is extremely concerning, right? And he's retweeting another thing. It's an article. It says here 45% of women estimate to be single and childless, right? And this article that Elon Musk is retweeting out is from Medium, which essentially is a publication that I don't know if it's called publication. We'll say it a blogging platform where anyone can put articles on there. This thing has gotten 73 million views, okay? When you go and you dig into the article, okay, there's the original article right here. 45% of women estimated to be single and childless by 2030. You see the author is named Mark Higley. You look into Mark Higley, and it turns out the photo of Mark Higley is a stock photo. This is not a real person. It's not a real person. You look more into Mark Higley. I Googled the name. I did not find anything other than this Medium page. And then it's all the stuff, Donald Trump is awesome and liberals, are terrible, that kind of stuff, right? And these only have 16 followers or it. I think these are AI generated articles. And moreover, when you dig through these sort of like, stuff in the article. And if you want to read through the stuff, you can, but I'll just tell you, they're going to complain about abortion, then they're going to complain about feminists, and they're going to complain about woke culture, all the kind of stuff that you would expect. And they actually quote Morgan Stanley. The quote from Morgan Stanley is, women are going to be single and childless, ages 25 to 44. Actually, if you look at the original article here, this is from 2019. Remember this, I think AI generated articles, probably digging through the web, finding stuff. And here, this is from Morgan Stanley. The actual Morgan Stanley thing does not mention anything about childless. Surprise, surprise, right? I actually have it right here. Let me just pull it up. Yeah, here it is right here. Based on Consensus Census Bureau historical data, Morgan Stanley forecasts 45% of prime working age women will be single by 2030, the largest share in history. There's nothing about childless stuff. The reason why I have to show you these kind of things is you have to understand how this fake news is generated, right? So in this case, it looks like it's generated from an article from Morgan Stanley. And this particular article actually from Morgan Stanley, which the fake news article is coming from, is actually opposite. So what I mean by that is that the Morgan Stanley article is advocating for women's rights. It's advocating for higher pay for women. It's advocating for better sort of treatment of women in the workplace. Also, too, you can see another corroborating article is talking about gender diversity may lead to better return for investors, et cetera, right? You can go through this whole article. I don't want to argue, the working and the women thing. But what I do want to mention, though, is that this is more fake news. So, example, the fake article also references this study talking about how women are going to be unhappy if they don't have kids. But the study that they reference is about a study done by, I think they're looking at probably teachers in graduate school or something like that in Algeria. They talked to a couple hundred teachers and they said they like to have kids. that kind of thing. It's like taking things out of context. It's misquoting things, etc. Using a fake picture on a fake, publication essentially. And then Elon Musk tweets it out and suddenly everyone thinks it's real. This is the danger of fake news. And moreover, and I hope you guys understand how this is stuff that Elon Musk does all the time. This particular one is really egregious, and I think it's going to get worse. And, I could check every single link of every single thing that Elon Musk tweets out. But chances are, I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of these are these kind of AI written articles by fake people. It turns out, this is interesting. It says Elon Musk hard turn to politics in 300,000 of his own words. This is coming from the Wall Street Journal. They actually did a study on Mr. Musk and how his tweets have been changing since he took over Twitter. And it's interesting that someone actually went through and did all this stuff. But he tweets obviously more about politics than Tesla these days. I'm sure you guys know that. And if you're the board of directors at Tesla, you would find that concerning, right? Your focus, and this is sort of what most CEOs do using their social medias to promote their company, promote their product. If you want to tweet about other things, you just tweet about sports or something pretty innocuous. But Musk is, diving full head into this stuff. Tesla is clearly not his priority in his tweets. And moreover, if you're curious how much Elon Musk is on Twitter, they actually figured out the numbers. And I'll read it here. It's actually kind of funny. It says, when Elon Musk endorsed former President Trump, campaign in July, X was his megaphone to reach his 200 million followers on my X here. The endorsement not only made Musk one of the Trump's most influential supporters, but also represented a remarkable shift in his eagerness to weigh in on political debates compared with a few years ago. Listen to this. Musk posted about 13,000 times this year through the end of July, almost as much as he did in 2023. So his pace of tweeting out is increased, right? He's tweeting more this year than last year. And then when you look at this number, that means Musk tweets out 61 posts a day. And in 2019, he only tweeted out 9 posts a day, which is still a lot, but clearly it's much, much more. And remember, this is a guy who's supposed to be this genius, etc. Yet he's losing people money on the Twitter deal, right? And essentially, he owes a lot of people a lot of money from various places, be it Russia, be it Qatar, be it the Saudis, and also to obviously Wall Street money. They want their money as well. This stuff is dangerous, guys, because if you don't see what's going on here, literally tweeting out fake news. That's what I'm showing you. Fake author, fake, using stock photo, whatever. And now he's like trying to convince people, oh guys, if you really want the truth, come over to X, right? He tweeted out multiple times. This Doge designer thing, I think this is either one of his alt accounts or one of his stock pumper employees. You don't know, you have to ask him. But essentially, you can read this here. Very important. Please forward links to X posts to your friends so they know what's actually happening. Some people still believe legacy media. And then the Doge designer repeated what Musk said. So that's a quote from Musk. And the crazy thing about Mr. Musk, if you kind of want to know, okay, what's his agenda? Why is he always tweeting out about, women being single and childless, etc.? Well, Musk, for whatever reason, you can ask Musk. I don't, know what he does in his, well, I do kind of know what he does in free time. We have a sense of it, but, he's having secret children with people at his companies, be it Neuralink, or he's asking people at SpaceX to have his babies, like this kind of stuff. So, this fake news about women being, childless and single and all that kind of stuff. Is it to promote his, political beliefs that everyone should have his babies? I don't know. I mean, this is the weird twisted stuff that we're talking about here, right? And these are articles that the writers of these things have a little bit of fun with these articles because the news is so ludicrous. But this is actually from Bloomberg Business Week, June 21st, 2024. Elon wants you to have more babies, but it's actually true. He literally will say this stuff on his platform, and it's guys, it's weird. I don't know what to say. It's weird. And you can go all the debates about the baby stuff, whatever, but it's weird. Or here's another example. This is Tesla Boomer Mama. She's tweeting out an article. Did Elon Musk just get lucky? And basically highlights the first part of the article. However, if you actually look at the article itself, and she's tweeting out clown symbols as well. But if you read the whole thing, did Elon Musk just get lucky? Science and little math says to some degree, yes. If you want to be incredibly wealthy, you need to be both lucky and skilled. I actually read through the whole article. Basically, it just lays out stuff you probably already know. Yes, you got to work hard. It certainly helps. And yes, also too, you got to be a little bit lucky. It certainly helps. But the reason why, her promoters and stuff like that, or his promoters, I should say, print out this kind of stuff is they say, oh, this is just fake news. It's like, well, if you actually take time to read stuff, you'll be able to decipher what is real and what's not real. The sad thing, though, is that for most people who follow Mr. Musk, be they're illiterate or they're bots, not real people who knows, they only read like this headlines and then trust Mr. Musk. And like you're tweeting out stuff that's not even true, right? This whole Medium article, it's really a problem. Moreover, guys, I get frustrated with this stuff, but I just want to go over it again and again just to make sure it's clear. Like this stuff matters because when Musk makes claims that his robot's going to be awesome, right, and then he's trying to tell you don't believe the news, etc. It's more like don't believe news that I don't like, believe news that I do like, right? So if the article says that Musk is going to build robots, oh, see, look at this great news, it's so awesome, we're building robots. But then if like I show you guys this article when they actually have a robot conference in Beijing in China. And it turns out that like all these robots are out functioning, demonstrating their skills, yet Tesla's robot is sitting in a glass case doing nothing. That tells you all you need to know. But unfortunately, though, we live in a world where people believe what they want. And I want you to listen to this. This is actually really funny. Elon Musk tweet this out about walls.
Push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
So Elon Musk is trying to like show, look, like Walsh is such a bad guy, etc. But guys, this is the question I pose when we talk about free speech. Does that mean I have the freedom to threaten people, Do I have the freedom to just like spread lies all that I want, make up stuff about anyone? Do I have the freedom to like just make up stuff about the election? I mean, this is like, I hope you understand the dangers of the stuff that we're talking about. But from Mr. Musk's point of view, just tweet out stuff. It doesn't have to be true. You just have to get lots and lots of people to like it. And that's the kind of world that we live in. And if it's news that he doesn't like, right, be it BMW takes more market share or the robots don't work, don't believe it. That's what he's going to say. So I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this thing. And as always, please be careful out there. It's so easy these days to, get stock photos of fake journalists writing fake articles using AI. Again, this is not a real person. This is a stock photo. Yes, it's a real person in terms of like you had to take a picture of somebody, but it's a stock photo if you know what a stock photo is. It's frustrating. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next video.